What was this? Yeah, this movie was something. I was really looking forward to this movie. I love the Tim Robinsons. I think you should leave. And Detroiters. I think it's all great. It's hilarious. It's funny. And this movie could not predict it. Could not do it. Every little thing. Huh? Where are we going now? And a lot of this felt like just another Tim Robinson sketch. Not a bad thing. There are a lot of very strong, very real, and important core ideas in this film. And then there's Tim Robinson. Can you take this film seriously? I don't know. I really wanted to take this seriously and have its funny moments. And it's definitely a funny film. There are parts where I just, was laughing out loud. And that's hard to actually do. To actually laugh out loud, Not a little chuckle in your head, but, to actually get to that point. And it's, there's, some great moments. Obviously, I love what Tim Robinson does. When it comes to the story, it's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out this movie, Tim Robinson is not somebody that is, like, learning anything from any. He's just, like, a bumbling, idiot who does not want to admit his own faults and that he is wrong. And this goes for all of his sketches, shows, whatever it is. But there is, I think, if you could dig deep into this movie, there is a lot to learn, and there is a good core. For me personally, what would I give this movie? I give 4.5 stars out of 5. That's a lot. Maybe I'll drop it to 4 out of 5 stars. But I really did enjoy this film. Let's get a little bit into spoilers from here on out. So this movie stars Craig, Tim Robinson, and he finds a friend, Paul Rudd, who is Austin, and their friendship it just skyrockets. Paul Rudd, really cool guy. He goes on adventures. He explores. He has his own band. He has everything. He's on TV, a weatherman. He does it all. Really awesome guy. And this kind of like changes Tim Robinson's life. Because his relationship with his wife is not good. Basically, the issues with his relationship as we go through the film is he severely lacks communication and listening skills. Communication and listening skills. I mean, that's what we start off the film with like a help group, an anonymous help group, with them listening and communicating, and obviously Tim Robinson's there, and he's like, huh? You never told me about that. And, like, that's obviously a core issue of this whole, of him as a person. And not accepting that, there's something wrong with him going throughout this whole thing. We all have different experiences throughout our lives, and I feel like we can all get different things out of the same film. You watch a film, you feel something about it. I watch a film, I feel something. Somebody else, they feel something different. So, like, there's a lot of core messages about listening, communicating, but there's also us as people, and I feel like you can watch the core of this and just laugh and be like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. But I feel like it speaks to a lot of people. There are a lot of people that don't have many friends, if any friends. And I know some of those people. And I feel like they would behave the same exact way as Tim Robinson. Unfortunately. You get one cool friend, and it's like, go a little overboard. That becomes your whole personality. And I feel like this film is like, don't be a Tim Robinson, Tim Robinson, kind of normal, There's a lot of points in this film. It's like, oh, I would do that. I act like that. I know somebody who would do that. I know someone who acts like that. But don't be him. He ends up smiling. Oh, happy ending. And he gets the wink from Paul Rudd. Oh, everything's great. He's in the cop car. Actually, things end up bad. But, I mean, at the core, you can say, oh, yeah, things turned out well. No, I don't think they really turned out well. In the end of the day, he lost his wife. He's not going to be friends. But I think at the core is like, he just wants to be accepted. He's not accepted by his wife. His own fault, but he doesn't accept that anything's his fault. So when he gets a glimpse of that acceptance, it's kind of like smothering overboard with his friend. So I think at the core is like, he just wants a friend. But what he really needs is just someone to talk to. And he could have had that with his wife. He could have had that. There's a lot of weird, awkward moments in this film, too. Like, the whole son kissing his mother thing. Oh. And it's not like it's a kid. Not that it's, like, any better in today's society. I know that was, like, a common thing, like, 60 years ago. But, he's, like, 16, 17? I have no idea. That's a little weird. Some things, maybe just leave this out out of the movie. Okay, there's very awkward moments where it's like, Craig punches Austin and knocks him to the floor. It's like, and he's eating the soap and he's crying like a baby. He's like, There are moments where like, I feel too awkward to laugh here. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know, sometimes you got to take it to the extremes for comedy, and some things hit and some things don't. But at the end of the day, it's about the core story. It's about, you know, Craig wants to be alone. He wants to have his friend. He has it all under control. But I think, no, you know, we just got to talk to people. We got to learn to listen to people. We got to learn to be a part of other people's lives. You know, we can't be so selfish in, like, I want a friend. It would be cool for me to have a friend like that, and cool for me to like watch. I feel like that's the whole thing, like, watch his band. I'm a fan of his band. I go on adventures too. I could take my wife on adventures. I could do all this. And it's like, how about what they want? You know, you gotta, you know, it's a two-way street when it comes to a friendship, when it comes to a relationship, and you got to look at the others. And I feel like that's like a core to the story. I do feel like it's really good at getting to it. If you're going to understand it, I mean, it's easy to get lost in the comedy when it comes to comedies. I do feel it's very, very good. There's slight changes, like I said, that I would make. But, man, I died during the the subway scene. That was another level. But, yeah, great movie, great message, funny, weird, definitely. I do love movies that are different, though. Movies that take chances. Yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Not sure yet. I'll finalize it on Letterboxd. But anyways, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow.